I've never done it with the accent before, but we'll see how the troll's voice goes. It wasn't always my ambition to live under a bridge. There came a point, though, where a decision had to be made. It was either here, or in a swamp, or in a cave. On the plus side, there's cold running water all the time. On the minus side, I am living under a bridge. There's little privacy and less in the way of respect. It's only a small bridge. My feet stick out when I sleep. I bang my head more than I'd like. I get into arguments with ducks. People look down on me living under a bridge. But it's a tradition, my mum said, and tradition's tradition. Sometimes I eat the ducks. Those are arguments I've won. On either riverbank are pastures, lush lands. I like the smell in spring of 100 different flowers. I never mention this when other trolls come to visit. I read a lot of books. They contain other worlds. For a time, I can imagine I'm not living under a bridge. You can learn things in books too. Important, useful things. I eat every goat I see these days, just to be on the safe side. I love the shape of you, the neck and nape of you, the scrape of you, the moist pop of the grape of you, the underpants, the quiff and cape of you. I love the uncharted song of you, the tall and thin and long of you. Crowd me, I'll admit I love the throng of you. Leave me, I love the where have you gone of you. I love the inner leg measurement of you, the loose cannon unelected parliament of you, the discarded slag heap slump of you, the goods yard whistle, rattle and thump of you. I love the shunt of you, the back, side, top, bottom and front of you, the falling off the back of a lorry and going cheap of you, the taking pleasure in making small children weep of you, the misunderstanding the correct way to pluralise the word sheep of you. I love the whole heap of you. It's strange how quickly I found I love the sky and ground of you. The spring is all around of you, the thawing, dripping sound of you. When ill, I love the flu of you. I sailed the ship, I joined the crew of you. One day I shook hands with the how do you do of you. And now I suppose it's true, I love the you of you. Eventually, finding that the house was unlocked, Goldilocks decided it was only right to explore. In the kitchen, she made some food and a mess. She rifled the sideboard and the drawers. What fun. Upstairs, she emptied each chest of drawers, upturned the beds and rummaged in wardrobes. She spilt the jewellery box into her rucksack and dabbed her wrists and neck with fine scent. Suddenly, she heard a rattling downstairs. It sounded like the handle of the kitchen door. With cat-like treads, she slipped to the window, opened it silently and climbed onto the ledge. There were footsteps on the stairs, heavy ones. As the bedroom door opened, she jumped. The flower bed beneath her contained a surprise. First, a twisted ankle, then a muddy slip and fall. A painted gnome impaled her on his rod. She couldn't move her legs, was losing blood. As she looked up in the night sky, a star twinkled straight above the house, brighter than the rest. It was blocked by the dark head of a great bear poking out the window she had just exited from. It withdrew. The star twinkled at her some more. The kitchen door rattled again, lumping footsteps. Around the side of the house, 3 bears roamed. In their paws, from claw tips, hung boxes, 1 each. "We followed the star," said the first and smallest bear, sounding unaccountably like a troll. "We have travelled far and have brought you gifts." The largest bear plodded over and dropped its box. "Gold," said the smallest bear. "I hope you like it." "I brought you some frankincense," he went on. "It's an aromatic resin." His box joined the other. The third bear, medium-sized, grizzly, huffed. "I brought you myrrh," it said, putting its box down. "It's another aromatic resin. We didn't discuss it. I didn't know what else you'd be getting. Sorry." Just before Goldilocks passed out from blood loss, she wondered if all this perfume was a personal comment and whether she ought to be offended. But then she remembered the gold and the current market price. There was a silence in the garden as her ghost gave up. "Thank you," she managed to mutter before dying. The first and smallest bear looked at the others. "Are you sure," it said, "we followed the right star?" The medium-sized bear looked up at the sky, then at the dead girl, then back up at the sky. After a few moments' contemplation, a conclusion came. "Actually," it murmured softly, "that's a helicopter." The 3 wise bears watched as the star flew off, the sound of distant rotors now whistling down. "Well," said the first bear, "let's just thank Christ she didn't unwrap any of the presents." The 3 bears looked down at their claws and at their shaggy fur and remembered the great effort they'd gone to with the sellotape and paper and how long they'd spent getting the ribbons right. "You can say that again," the second bear murmured.